Big alligator, he's mysterious. Big alligator, he's amphibious. Big alligator, he's dangerous. But with a big alligator, you can be prosperous. I was raised in the swamp by my old grandpa. We ate turtle meat, a fish called gar. Grandpa told me about panthers and bears, but most of all, he told me to beware. Alligator chubi knocks your midstick out. Alligator chubi goes wa. Alligator chubi no wa. Alligator chubi imashajiwa. As the days of the summers grew longer and hot, Grandpa took me on my first gator hunt. We pushed the sawgrass willow slough with a big yellow dog and dug out the hole. The dog started sniffing something in the air.
You look at the song. Yeah. I'm just gonna hold on for a minute.
Yardım ya. Bir bakayım burada ne demiyor.
All right, as soon as we finish touching these baby gators there, anybody want to go for a ride? I think they'll survive, so I'll take y'all for a ride. No fat women now, no fat women, just skinny ones.
That's what I said.
Why we don't want fat women? I can't pull you out of the school.
No fat woman.
And the other thing is you got to have a pants on. You girls sit there with your dress while the bugs get up in there. They can bite you and slap you with their tail. Naturally, the bigger they are, the more pain it is. Baby ones, there's like little needles in it. The meanest alligators are the female alligators, just like women in the human race. So you always have to be careful. Male, you can kind of predict them. And they'll go like this, but they won't chase you. But the female gator, if she's protecting her baby, she'll chase you until she grabs a hold of you and chases you away. So all women are alike. It don't matter if it's animals or humans. Alligators are hatched from eggs. They're about this long when they're born. They're hatched from about around June, July, somewhere around there. And what they do is when they lay their eggs, they'll take grass and all kind of leaves and they pile it up with their mouth and their tail. Then they'll lay their egg, put some more on it, then eventually cover it up like this. Then guess what they do to make it hot in the inside? Very good language, they pee on it. It's funny, urine has always been a medicine one way or the other. And it sounds like a joke, but it isn't. If you ever get stung or stuck by a sea urchin, put urine on it, and ammonia pulls it out. If you get stung by a catfish, you put urine on it, you have no medicine, believe it or not. So, alligators, the compo itself, all these green grass and everything, when they pile it up like this, the sun's beating down and it start rotting. You ever cut grass and pile it up and it gets hot on the inside? Same thing, except they have to pee on it a whole bunch so the sun keeps heating it, because after a while the leaves rot. When ammonia is heated, pretty soon the eggs are hatched. 9.5 feet, one's about 8 feet. And I've had them here, so I don't know what they're going to do. If they're out in the wild, they would, right now they will not be attacking me. The first thing they do is they want to run. That's natural for all wild animals. This one on the corner over here is a female gator, and we've had her here. This one here is a male gator, and he's about 9.5 feet, or maybe a little short. Let me see if I can give him a stick. Where did she go? You notice how fast they move around. Now, if this was on top of the land, they will not look like they're moving at all, because they're kind of sluggish. Only in water do they look like they're moving fast. The only way they can bite is that, well, naturally with his mouth open, but what I was trying to say is that if you can get into the middle, right in here, you basically can stay out of harm's way. We'll take on a bigger one. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I can see where his mouth has been rubbing up against it. All right. He's laying in there smiling.
Oh, this one. Nice one. He's right there. Oh, this one right there.
See him?
Yeah.
I'll show you how they roll around the finch is caught. If you was inside of his mouth and the alligator starts shaking around, what happens is that this alligator is long and you're at the tip of his mouth. So when he starts rolling like this, and if he's on my arm, the rest of my body is about 300 pounds. I don't know what it is. But he starts swinging, he'll break it off or rip it right off. The teeth are all sharp pointed. I don't know if they're right there holding it.
He's right here.
Yeah, I see him.
I see him.
I can't even tell where he's at, so I'm trying just guessing.
Yeah.
He looks like he's pretty good. He's not fighting real hard, so he's probably tired. He's the nicest guy I ever had to do.
I can see him.
Where? What? Where? Ooh. I've been practicing that for a while, just how to flip them over like that. Where is he? I'm tired already. Okay, for the airboat ride.
Two times. One on my face. Got some water on me.
I'll put the soba. No tricks. All right. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's where he'd been rubbing his head against the concrete. All right, if he's merciful, let's see what happens. All pointed teeth, no chewing teeth. Smells good. When you're by yourself out in the Everglades, this was a pretty good example, but the ground was hard. You generally carry a rope with it. I hope it's with me. Yeah. You'd use your chin and your chest, hold the jaws, tie his jaws. Put him between your legs carefully. Put the rope in your mouth. Why don't you tie his jaws up? He's so nice. Huh? That is blood. In approximately 30 minutes, you'll probably die. That's where his blood raw from being a pit. He was a wild gator trying to get out. He hasn't learned to stay in one spot yet. Okay, go through some things here. The holes right here that you hear is his nostrils. His eyeballs are right here. They sink into his skull. If another alligator came and bit him just like this, first thing he does is sink that eyeball down. The rest of the bone will stop the rest of the teeth. Hopefully it will not punch his eyeball. His ears, he's got ears, believe it or not. Here they are, right here. See that little flap?
Yeah.
On both sides. His brain, probably the smallest type of brain there is on a huge gator, sitting right in here. Very small, so this is why a lot of poachers, alligator poachers, just carry a pinball hammer, about a 9 ounce. Now what you do is, you see these macho guys carrying guns going into the swamp. The real guy looks kind of cool and slick, like this dude in the white pants. He's the biggest poacher in town. Because nobody suspects him to have a pinball hammer, catch the alligator, bumps, knock him out, take his pants off, and go sell it. This alligator is very, very delicate. So if another alligator came along and bit him right in here, he's got to do something to get away. So all these fake teeth right here, all the way down to his tail, what helps him out. Alligators do eat each other. They're cannibals. They eat meat. What they eat most is fish, and they eat raccoons, possums. A child like this is no sweat. Once you crumble that little boy up, he's only about 30 pounds. He's not much. He can swallow that. Big fat guys like myself give me a lot of hell is what it amounts to. And he can drown you because if your arm don't rip off and you don't come out or if you don't go in the shock. Alligators feed mostly for walking, but I have seen them where they pull their hind leg up, scratch their ear when it starts itching. Other than that, alligators are very nice type reptiles, but you just hear more stories about them, which cause their elimination and extinction. That's about it. So I hope you all see an alligator, leave him alone. And I seen somebody throwing rocks at him while ago. Who was it? All right, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll make several rounds with the airboat. So any little children that you've got, anybody? You women with the dress on, can't get on.
How fast are they on land?
Not fast at all.
No?
He's tired just like I am. This alligator weighs a little more than I do. I weigh about 180 pounds. And from this part right here, if I wasn't so bow-legged, if I could put it together, he's the same size I am, okay? So what happens then is that the tail adds another 100 pounds. So he's about 300 pounds. And only when they're babies can they run real fast or under 5 feet. Then the other thing is that crocodiles is a totally different monster. Don't try to understand an alligator and crocodile together. You see a croc, you take off too, because he will chase you. The tail is a very fine propeller. They're strong swimmers. And if he ever got a hold of you, he would use that tail and start swinging it as he got a hold of you. He'll tear you up into little pieces. So I hope you never get caught by one. All right. Let me throw this airboat in. And it's about a 5-minute ride. I need adults first. Men, you want to come with me, do that. So we can break the trail. Hadn't been used in a couple months. So we have to knock the bushes down and then we can bring the kids. So anybody want to come with me first? Come on in. Come on. Put the llama in.